Check out this bill that I just paid for Benzinga. This is what I pay now every year to access the real-time news in my stock scanner. This is exactly why my stock scanner is by far and away the best in the price range that you're going to find. You'll find a lot of other stock scanners selling around my price, but they are not paying to access data like this. They're using free data. All of your price action, all of your news is going to be delayed. If you want real-time news and real-time price action, you use my scanner. And what we're going to be doing in today's video is we are going to be watching this scanner alongside, obviously, the moves that it is finding live and in real time for the next 2 hours. I'm actually live right now on YouTube. Those of you that are watching this as a past broadcast, don't worry. You're still going to get all the same value. Like real-time charting is the best way to become a better trader, and doing it with commentary from someone that's been trading for over 10 years can't hurt. But do make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click the little bell icon as well. If you're already subscribed, scroll down and make sure that's clicked. That way you get notified when I go live so you don't miss out next time. I do this every Monday and now every Friday morning. We are doubling up the live streams. This is my first Friday live stream, so we'll see how many people find it. I gotta do some announcements here in a second, but every Monday and every Friday, an hour before market open, so starting at 8:30 Eastern, I will be live and we will go until an hour after market open. So we'll do the last hour of free market, the first hour of market open together. Let me get my live chat open up here. I can see some people talking, but my Streamlabs is acting wonky. Poop! What's up, man? What a first name to read out. Good morning, my friend. Santo, hello. Reina, hello. Richard, Ginger. Good morning, everybody. Let me go ahead and see if I can make my announcements here. Got to find my own live stream first. Okay, by the way, the stock that is moving right now is CODX. They did announce news. Co-Diagnostics signs agreement to significantly expand commercial and distribution territory across South Asia. So they do have news. The stock is moving. It is very, it's very pop drop. Like that is the previous move, pop, drop hard. As you can see, my strategy did not succeed on it, my continuation strategy. And it's sort of doing that again. I mean, right now it's sort of doing it again, right? CNEY just hit my scanner. You can see it is new. That is something that I've actually just added to the scanner. If it is a stock's very first time hitting the moving now, you will see that with that little new icon there. I find that to be extremely helpful. I find it to be very useful to know, hey, it's the beginning of the move, right? It's the first time this stock has hit the scanner. Anyway, let me stop yapping for 35 seconds so that I can actually get my announcements made here. Yes, CN. Are you guys hearing? Are the audio alerts loud? They're probably fine. Let me go ahead and share in Discord that we are live. Oh, I need to, whoops. I need to get the Discord up on my thing here too. There you go. This Discord is obviously not part of the scanner, but it is something that you get access to if you sign up to the annual plan on my website to access the scanner. Let's go. I am live now. Come join us. And hit like. Wink. Everybody hit the like button on the stream. I do think it helps. I'm not actually 100% sure, but if you could hit the like button on the stream below, it takes you half a second. It might help me out. It might not. Once again, I don't really know exactly how YouTube works. I've only been doing this for like 7 years. I don't really know what I'm doing. What's up, everybody? SP, good morning. Blake, hello. Richard, hello. Eric, good morning. What's up, everybody? Been looking for a video to help me better make use of my annual purchase? Well, you're in the right spot, because what we're going to be doing today is watching the live scanner. I mean, this is the big value of the website now is this live scanner and the live news that comes alongside of it. Obviously, you also get access to all the trading codes too. But I think the big value is kind of the scanner itself. Let's also announce on Twitter. Why not? Oh, sorry. Let me put the Discord back onto the trade floor chat. so you guys can see what they're talking about in here. A lot of people talking. Someone else also linked my live stream. Thank you. I appreciate you. I am live on YouTube. YouTube right now. Come join. Huzzah. Should I also share it on YouTube? Let's just share it everywhere and see how many people we can get in here today. Huh? See if we can hit 300 viewers today. Sound good? TRNR just announced news, it looks like. Did they just announce news at 8:30? Yes, TRNR authorizes first stock repurchase program. Okay, nice. So this company is repurchasing $500,000 of their stock, representing 20% of shares outstanding. Wow. Wow. They're buying 20% of their outstanding shares in a repurchase program. A penny stock? That's good for them, I guess. That is a good way. Like, this is a good way that penny stocks attempt to pump their price so that they can stay listed. This is good news. A lot of times penny stocks like put out BS news, like 95% of the time, penny stocks put out BS news to try to get back above $1 so that they can remain listed. That's good news. It actually, actually helps out their investors too by lowering the float, lowering the supply. I am live for the next 2 hours. Come hang out. Oh, can I link my own live video in my own post? Oh, I can. That's cool, YouTube. Yo, shout out YouTube. Yeah, that's cool, bro. Already 100 viewers in here. Good morning, everybody. Steve, hello. WJ, good morning. What's up, everybody? The small cap gauge is on 20%, so we are not expecting a crazy market today. It's been the market's been cool. That's if you're new-ish to trading, that tends to happen, right? Market conditions tend to flow. It kind of moves in waves, right? Like, you're not really gonna have a red day and then a green day and then tomorrow back to red and then tomorrow back to it. Kind of like, we're going to be in the red for a little bit now, and then maybe we'll move back to the green for a couple weeks, then we'll move back to the red for a couple weeks. That's kind of how it goes, and right now is that sort of red time. It doesn't mean there's not opportunity. I mean, look at TRNR. Where did we announce that the news was here? I mean, it obviously came up at 8:30, but we were talking about this stock, on a pullback back to like 134. It just ripped up to 145, so there's opportunity, but yes, Scamg, exactly. When the small cap gauge is in the red, when the market conditions are not so hot, probably, once again, the answer to everything in trading almost is it depends, but probably smarter to lock profits a little bit faster, right? Like, maybe you trade a little smaller size, maybe you adjust your strategy, especially your exit conditions, so that you're exiting quicker, because you just don't expect TRNR to rip to 170. Not that that's not possible, but on a green day, market conditions are really hot. That is a very, very important thing to be able to visualize as it pertains to group psychology. Because if the markets are really hot, more and more people are going to be willing to chase, right? Because they know the markets are hot. They put their foot on the gas. They're taking larger size, etc. So these kind of news events have a higher probability. Once again, it doesn't mean they're going to, but it has a higher probability of, ripping face, getting that boom up to 160, etc. When the markets are cool like this, once again, large group psychology, people are not so willing to chase moves like this. So it's less likely that it's going to take off. So it is probably more of a scalpy environment out there if you're looking to make money, right? There's probably much more in and out of your trades quickly today. Once again, I always like to reiterate this because for beginner traders love to come into day trading thinking that they are going to solve it, right? Like thinking that, oh, if I do this, then this is going to happen. Unfortunately, that will never be true in the stock market. There is never a statement you can make that will be 100% factual, right? So does it mean that a stock won't rip and continue for hundreds of percents today? No, of course not. That still could happen. But the point and how you become a profitable day trader, how you increase your likelihood of becoming a profitable day trader, is to stack the odds in your favor. And once again, being able to visualize the market conditions so that you can adjust your trading strategy accordingly Helps you a ton. Good. Walt, good morning, my friend. How are you? What's up, everybody? Let's see. What else we got? CNEY is still the recent stock. Yeah, you guys know how I talk about all the time. Stocks move in repeated patterns. That might be like one of the most important things that you need to understand. Maybe write it down somewhere. Put it on a sticky note on your desktop. Write it on a piece of paper that you always look at. Stocks move in repeated patterns. This thing, pump, crash. What does it do again? Pump, crash. What does it do again? Pump, crash, right? So even when stocks are flying, like even when stocks are moving up really fast, they tend to repeat, like, oh, maybe it pulls back 3, 4, 5 candles and then rips again. Or maybe it's just a consistent grinder. Or maybe it does this, except the floor is going up, you know? So just important to understand. Squirrel trading is back. What's up, Tim? Yo, squirrel trading days, huh? Man, I am a very, very different person than I was back in the squirrel trading days. I watch back some of those videos because I do still have them. I've just made them all private. Let me see, actually. Can I show you guys? Can I show you guys one of those old videos? I believe I left them on the channel. Maybe I did end up deleting them. I think I left them on the channel, just made them private. Man, those were some bad videos. We were able to grow that channel to 12,000 subscribers, though, and even with bad videos. It just goes to show, I guess, that how much consistency and grinding matters. Oh, CODX. Okay, here we go. There you go. That's why you have audio alerts. So when you're not looking at your monitor, you are still made aware of stocks moving. Here goes CODX pushing to highs once again, live and in real time. Boom, just like that. As soon as it pushed highs, you got the audio alert. It started lighting up the moving now. You can click into it to see what the news is. Just insane value provided to you by this scanner. Insane, insane. Being able to get into moves like that quickly. Yes, I do still have all my videos. Wow. Let's see. Can I go back to like... Oh, sort by date the other way. Bro, look at my very first test. Very first test. Hold on. I want to see. Real quick, I want to see.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Treyding here with Squirrel Trading. This is going to be our intro video just to kind of give a rundown about what the channel is going to be about, what you all can expect.
Bro, look at the lighting. What am I doing?
So as I said, my name's Treyding. I've been a professional day trader now.
Oh no, bro. The lighting, the camera, the audio quality, the talking way too fast because I was super nervous to be on camera. Oh no. If you guys are nervous to be on camera or you're nervous, you know, public speaking, whatever it is, definitely the best advice I can give you is just do it, you know. You get the only way to get more comfortable is by doing it. The hair, yeah, bro, I needed a haircut. Wearing that bright ass blue Patagonia jacket I used to wear all the time. I still have that jacket, I think. All right, CODX is pushing up, trying to make highs again, testing 390 here. Wow, is that real? A 9% move over the last 2 minutes? Okay. You got some volatility going on here. 9.29% up move the last 2 minutes when it hit the alert, obviously, at 388, but only a 2 million share float, already traded 15.8 million shares this morning. Rotating through its float over 7 times already this morning at 8:42, right? 48 minutes before market open, already rotated through its float 7 times. Crazy. 150 viewers. Thank you all, everybody. I'll ask this a couple more times. I was going to say I'll ask one more time, but that's a lie. Make sure you hit the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure you click that bell notification so you don't miss when I go live in the future. I am going to start doing this every Friday morning now as well. I've been doing this every Monday morning for a month and a half or so. I figure, you know, those streams have always been pretty successful. It's actually been very good for my business. I think showing the scanner working live and in real time is the most obvious good form of advertising, right? So, why not double it up? Let's start doing it on Friday mornings as well. Good morning and TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday, my friends. MNDR, 10% up in the last 2 minutes. Okay. Very light volume, though. Careful, very light volume. That's why this stock isn't hitting the moving now, by the way. It needs to trade 100,000 shares in 60 seconds to hit the moving now, which it is not doing. Though it's building. By the way, also now in the scanner, you can click on a ticker and that copies it so that you can just paste it in. So you can very quickly, if you're looking like this, very quickly kind of bounce between the stocks that are appearing on the scanner. That's something else I just recently added. Are you done making coding videos? Coding videos are always and have always been my worst performing videos. People I don't know how to explain it. People don't like to get into the technicals of it, I guess. They don't like to see how the sausage is made. They just want to see and eat the sausage. You know what I mean? Pause. Whoa. I work 4/10s. Friday is my day off. Nice. When I was working, we actually because I worked in a pretty small office, it was like 40 of us. When I started, it was like 15 of us, but we were trying to convince the boss to let us go to 4/10s. It almost happened, but we never quite made it. And now I don't work a 9 to 5 anymore, so that's nice. What does the float button do? What do you mean button? You can sort by float here. If you don't know what float means, if that's what you're asking, float is the total number of shares available to trade on a stock. So essentially it is the supply of the stock. So people like to look for low float stocks because that means it's low supply. Therefore, it takes less demand being the volume, to move it. So they tend to be the more volatile tickers. Though not always, right? We watch, stocks with 341 million share float go crazy sometimes. As long as they can get the volume, they can still go crazy. But it is easier for low float stocks to go crazy, yes. The copy and paste is a game changer. Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Just being able to quickly bounce around between stocks. It's why I joined, but I get it. Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? Make content for everybody. Oh, Lord have mercy. I haven't even mentioned it yet. I've been live for 20 minutes now and I haven't mentioned it yet. If you do want to access this scanner, head on over to my website, daytradingstrategies.net. It's linked in the description down below this live stream, down below this video. Go ahead and get signed up. You can access this scanner for $45 a month or even cheaper with the annual plan. Get you a year's access to this scanner that I now spend $66,000 a year on this scanner. $66,000 a year. Here is, I showed this at the beginning, but a lot of you probably weren't here. Here is the bill I just paid to Benzinga for my news. That is why, once again, you'll find a lot of stocks. You guys will shop around. I implore you, please shop around. You'll find a lot of scanners, kind of around that $45 a month price range. None of them are as good as mine because none of them are doing this, right? The people building those scanners aren't putting $66,000 a year into their scanners. They're using free data, which is why all the moves on those scanners are delayed by 15 to 30 seconds. And the news, you either don't get news, or if you do, it's delayed and you don't get all of it, etc. So it's the beauty of capitalism, right? MNDR must be getting volume now. Sorry, loading in. Okay, here we go. Wow. I clicked off this stock because I was like, it's pulling back, not as interesting. Maybe it's just going to die. Just lit up the moving now. There it goes. So once again, before it wasn't hitting the moving now because this is really, really light volume. But it just got the volume. It just got the volume. Here it goes. Shout out to the scanner once again. I mean, the scanner actually had us on this stock, right? The scanner had it hit the most recent high, here at 104. It just didn't have the volume for MNDR, or sorry, for the moving now. That's my annual salary before taxes. Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, it's kind of the beauty of capitalism, right? Is you all, like over 5,000 people are signed up and using this scanner. So because you all are willing to use my scanner, that gives my business the revenue to spend money to make the scanner better, right? It's like how capitalism is supposed to work. It's not, unfortunately, how it works a lot, but businesses are supposed to take the revenue they get and increase the quality of the product for the customer, right? That's what I'm trying to do. So thank you to you all being signed up. You know, you all are the ones giving me the ability to do this, and I'm trying to pay you back by buying the best possible data I can to make this scanner as good as I can make it for you all. Would love to see relative volume. Relative volume is implied. Relative volume is implied. Once again, I mean, you just kind of saw that, right, with MNDR. MNDR didn't hit my scanner until it was trading heavy volume. I have volume requirements in the back end of these calculations. On the moving now, one of the reasons why a stock is allowed to appear, it must have traded at least 100,000 shares in the last 60 seconds. On the most recent high, one of the rules for why a stock is allowed to appear, it must have traded at least 50,000 shares in the last 60 seconds. So it's a little lower, obviously, on the most recent high, but relative volume is implied, yeah. Can you copy and paste into Webull? Yeah. You can copy and paste into anywhere. It just copies it to your clipboard. Like you can go copy and paste it anywhere. MNDR most commonly refers to Amanda Warner, a Grammy-winning. Okay, cool. Yeah, when you click on it, it just copies, and you can paste it wherever you want to. Yeah. Are you using the pre-market strategy? What I'm currently looking at is the warrior trading strategy. Is the one I'm currently looking at. Because once again, the small cap gauge is in the red, so I don't trade the pre-market strategy when the small cap gauge is in the red. The pre-market strategy is a strategy that I trade when the small cap gauge is up here in like the hot yellow or green. Once again, am I saying that that's the way you should trade the strategy? No, of course not. It's just my rule, right? Once again, I love having access to this small cap gauge. I honestly think this is the most powerful part of the scanner. Being able to visualize the current market condition so that you can adjust your trading strategy accordingly is super, super helpful. What's your average daily goal? Oh, I don't have one, and I am a big hater on average daily goals. Big hater. Average daily goals make you overtrade on days when the market doesn't fit your trading style, and it makes you undertrade on days when the market does fit your trading style, right? Like say I had a goal of making $1,000 a day. Well, on a day like today, it's pretty slow out there, though CODX is popping, but you know, it's pretty slow out there. It would force me, like I would be forcing crappy trade setups trying to get to that $1,000 a day. Now say the small cap gauge was at like 85%, everything was flying, we had multiple 100% gainers. Say I hit my $1,000 profit in my first hour of trading and I just go, oh, okay, I'm done, I hit my goal. Like, no, dude, like today is the day when maybe you should be trading smaller, trading less, whatever. And then on days like that, that's when you should put your foot on the gas, right? I'll be very, very honest with you. You're gonna get a couple of weeks a year, like 5 or 6 weeks a year where the small cap gauge is going to be green. The normal state of the small cap market is that it's not that hot. That is the normal state, right? Those couple of weeks a year that the gauge is going to be up and in the green, that's where like 90% of your profit is going to come from on the year. You need to be able to visualize that. You need to be able to see live and in real time, hey, right now the markets are really hot. And you need to take advantage of that, right? Size up, hold on to your winners longer, whatever you decide to do, right? That is going to be where a large portion of your winning potential, I will put it, comes from on the year. Ross strikes again. Dang it, Ross. Seem to have earned my repeat view. I like how you talk. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for watching. I wouldn't do this if no one watched. Let's be real with each other, right? Are you setting alerts for when the small cap gauge goes from red to yellow and yellow to green? I mean, I guess I could, Alex, but you'll notice that
SKK.
You'll notice that SKK new to the scanner. Meh, whatever. Doesn't have news either. What was I saying? Oh, you'll notice that the scanner doesn't tend to really change too much. So the scanner isn't just measuring the strength. By the way, SKK is ripping. You'll notice that the scanner doesn't change too much intraday. The scanner isn't just the strength from today. The scanner is also accounting in past days. So like, it would need a huge mover today to make this gauge like really jump up, right? We're measuring the overall strength of the small cap market over like previous days as well, not just today.
SKK.
Like the scanner's not going to go to like 80% today, less we get a stock that goes up 1,000%, I guess, which isn't impossible, but but then that would just be because of that stock. I'm taking my multivitamin, chat, not performance enhancing drugs. Is a multivitamin a performance enhancing drug? Surely not. Yummy. Look at this Costco size of multivitamin. 500 tablets, bro. I'm gonna have this for like 2 years because I'm not in my office every single day. The Costco size, yeah. AZTR was moving this morning at 2 a.m. Little 24-hour trading. Yeah, it was. You're right. 2 a.m. So, can someone explain that to me? I was actually surprised. This was, I mean, it was probably 6 months ago now. I don't know. But like, I was looking at my Thinkorswim after 8 p.m. I was working on something. And stocks were still moving. It's like, wait a second. Like, does Charles Schwab offer 24/7 trading now?
MNDR.
When do they do that? When did they start doing that? MNDR is moving. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Copy and paste. Wow. Whoa. Hey, you guys remember that very important thing I told you like 10 minutes ago? The thing that you should write down on your desktop or write down on a piece of paper on your desk? Stocks move in repeated patterns. What did we do on MNDR earlier? It popped, it fell so hard, I like stopped looking at it. I was like, okay, whatever, it's gonna die. Boom, out of nowhere. Once again, fell off really hard. I stopped looking at it. Okay, whatever. Boom, really hard. There's that repeated pattern for you. Just signed up for your scanner on Monday. It's already paid for itself. Just made $500 on Codex. Congratulations, Lade. That's like my favorite message to get, by the way. People that sign up for the annual plan to access the scanner and then like it pays for itself. That's amazing. Congrats. You now get to enjoy the next, 11 and a half months of the scanner for free, basically. If the scanner was able to find you one trade that made you back your money, it's like you get to use the scanner now for free, You made your money back. Good morning, traders. What's up, Android? Can we get a ding when a line is added to the moving now? A lot of people ask for that. It would be very annoying. Like right now, like maybe you can add it for pre-market only, but even pre-market, like it's just a really slow pre-market, so there's not a lot going on. But when it gets hot, a lot goes on in pre-market too. It would be very annoying to hear a ding every time a new line was added. Now, should I add a ding when a new stock hits? That's an idea. I like that. I like that idea. Remember, I'm now showing, like, if it's a ticker's first time hitting the moving now, it will say new. Like, should I make a ding if a new ticker hits? That's a good idea. I like that idea. Yes, I can do that. Let me put it in my, I have in my notes app on my phone, I have a list, like a backlog of things. This is my project management tool, my notes app. Add ding when new stock, I can't type, hits moving now. Oh, I'm going to get a new phone today. I wonder if I can have them transfer my notes. I probably can. They can probably like transfer your notes over, right? It's 24.5 and 110 stocks only. 110 stocks only. How do they choose that? Or is it like a predefined list of stocks that are 24.5? Could you code something that scans BAMSEC and checks if a stock is doing a secondary offering? It's a fun idea. I don't know, Kiram. I don't know. I do like BAMSEC, though. I do like that website to look at filings. I don't know that I could reference that via code. I doubt that they provide API. They might. Never say never. I can look. And even if they don't provide API, I could probably build a scraper. How annoying would that be, and how would it affect the performance of the scanner would be the next questions. Can relative volume be added? Once again, relative volume is implied. Stocks will only hit the scanner if it has heavy volume. Relative volume is built into the back end of the requirements for a stock to hit moving now or most recent high. Here goes MNDR again, by the way. Remember, what have we been preaching this morning? Stocks move in repeated patterns. I hope none of you were buyers here on this stock. At least please tell me none of you were buying that stock there because of what I've been preaching. I've been preaching stocks move in repeated patterns. This thing has already twice today ripped, crushed. After it ripped again, what was it most likely to do? What was it most likely to do here? Crush, right? Now, someone's going to say, every time I say stuff like that, someone's like, well, Trey, what about, yes, guys, of course, it could have gone. Once again, there's no such thing as a definitive statement about day trading. Patterns tend to repeat themselves doesn't mean that they literally always 100% repeat themselves. But more often than not, they repeat themselves. And that's your job. Your job as a trader is to do what is likely to happen, right? Because you will, once again, never ever find anything to be true that always happens. Beginner traders love to look for that. I can attest to that. When I was a beginner trader, I did it. That's why beginner traders end up having all the studies turned on their charts. They turn on the MACD, they turn on the stochastic, they turn on the RSI, because they think that they can find some combination of these studies that, if it happens, that the stock is going to do this. Once again, I'm not here to burst your bubble, but it's just not true. It's just not true, and it just never will be true. What strategy is on your screen? This is the warrior trading Momo strategy. Trying to look at some scalping, like how some scalping will perform today, since the gauge is on the red. Is it possible to filter only tickers with news? No, not currently. Is that a good idea? Maybe. Just like on a day like today, you would barely see any stocks, which was maybe fine for you, right? Maybe you don't want to see the stocks that don't have news. Would I set something like that up? I don't know. I'm at the same time as trying to add a lot of features to my scanner. I also want to keep it simple enough that like literally someone that just started trading today could load up the scanner and understand what's going on, right? you start putting a million filters or a bunch of colors and columns and et cetera, it starts to get to the point where like you kind of need to be a trader to understand the scanner, which is not the kind of product I want to build. I want to keep it simple too. Crush. Couldn't it break the double top? Yeah. Just repeating its pattern too. So will it rip from here? Maybe. I would not be mad at you for buying here. Am I telling you to buy here? For the love of God, no. That's not what I'm saying. I did not just say to buy this stock. What I'm saying is I would understand. I would understand your reasoning for buying here. Because your reasoning would be, what does Trey say? Trey says patterns tend to repeat themselves. Once again, does that mean the pattern is going to repeat itself? No, hell no. For all I know, the stock will be sub $1 in under 10 minutes. I don't know what's going to happen, but you know, that's why you build, optimize, and test trading strategies, right? There it goes, by the way. I mean, you just made what? You just made 4%. Even if it doesn't go crazy, I mean, there's 4% for you out of what we just circled and talked about. There's 6%. No way, bro. No way is this thing gonna go again. Bro, what did we just talk about? Chat, what did I just talk about? What have I been talking about all morning? Patterns tend to repeat themselves. Look at that. I literally just had the circle here. I just had the circle and talking about how I would understand why you would buy here because that is the repeating pattern. Enjoy your 9%, you know, there you go. Long-term investors in your investing account, you'd be pretty happy to make 9% in 10 months. You just made it in 30 seconds on this stock just by simply understanding that patterns tend to repeat themselves. There you go. Don't say I never did anything for you. Crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. That's why you come to the live streams, man. Listen, the best thing you can do for your trading is live chart time. The best thing you can do for your trading, because that's how you start to learn things like I'm explaining, and watching, you know, having real-time charting with someone that's been doing this for 10 years that can explain things like that to you. I mean, that had to be super valuable for somebody out there. That was awesome. That was an awesome clip. I'm going to make note of that. I'm going to make note of that somewhere. How far are we into the stream? It's following the 34 moving average. That's a random number. How did you land on using the 34 moving average? I've never heard of that before. I'm not saying that to mean that you're wrong. Like, I'm legitimately asking. I'm not saying that it's wrong to use a 34 MA. You streaming on Fridays now? Yep. We're going to double up the live streams. I'm going to stream Monday mornings and Friday mornings. I like live streaming. Listen, live streaming is my roots. I live streamed every single day for 3 years over on Twitch. I would live stream my trades every single morning for like 3+ years over on Twitch. I'm also a partnered Twitch streamer. Check mark. Because low float stocks are volatile because they have less supply, so it takes less demand to move them. There's a chance it bounces. There's also a chance it doesn't. Oh my God, I'm out. Let's go, baby! Woo! Let's fucking go, man. That's when I still worked from home, and I had a daughter that took over my home office. So now I have my own office space. The new rip crush strat. It's not even a strategy. It's just understanding the idea that patterns tend to repeat, right? When a stock starts to move in a certain way, it is more likely than not going to continue moving in that way. There it goes again, by the way. MNDR is continuing this push out of the circle that we drew. So now I would hate, if you were buying here, I would hate it. I hate the buy here. Because once again, what is likely to happen? You bought the dip, you bought the crush, you got your rip. Congratulations. I mean, even if you held through that 9%, you're now up 15%. Congratulations. But now, what is the more likely next step? The likely next step is that it's going to get crushed again, right? Once again, is it definitely going to get crushed? No. For all I know, it'll be at $1.40 in the next 3 minutes. But putting the odds in your favor, understanding that patterns tend to repeat themselves, the next likely move is like back to 114. Trey said the word buy. Oh my God. Someone get the FTC in here now. Strong turnaround point on bullish trends. I like it. Learned it from another group. Yeah, as long as you have proven it yourself to be profitable. I always preach that too. I mean, everything that I say is just ideas, right? Even the strategies that I give you, the codes that I give you, they're just ideas. Like, you need to take those ideas and prove them to be profitable for yourself in your own trading system and how you see the market, etc. MNDR, new highs. ARTL, new stock.
MNDR.
Okay, hold. ARTL is ripping.
MNDR.
I know MNDR is too. ARTL, this is a new stock that just hit, ripping face. No news though, so careful. I mean, to be fair, MNDR doesn't have news either. Stocks don't have to have news to go crazy. News just adds validity, right? Gives reason to support these kind of moves. MNDR still pushing. All right, its current rip is still ripping. Man, that first circle that I drew was so beautiful. That conversation we had about I would understand if you would be buying here was literally like the exact bottom. That doesn't normally happen. I'm not normally calling the exact bottom on moves like that. 220 viewers, guys. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please do. Helps push the stream out to new viewers so we can get more people learning how to trade. Help out your fellow beginner day traders. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That was the exact bounce off the 34 EMA. 34 EMA. I like it. Is this the crush now, or is it going to pop back up again? Who knows? Who knows? Miss ARTO. We looked at it. We talked about it. It hit all my scans. We loaded it up when it was pushing up here above 9. We had it. The scanner had it. Live and in real time. The scanner had it. If you missed ARTL, you need to get this scanner. Head on over to daytradingstrategies.net. Use discount code STREAM to take 30% off. Could you explain the buy signal coming in now? Yeah, it's the way, it's my warrior trading Momo. So it's the way that Ross trades ish. It's essentially buying stocks when they make new highs. It's, this is not a stock like I would be trying to trade it on though, once again, because you notice the pattern, right? You notice the pattern that this stock is not breaking highs and continuing. You should be able to notice patterns like that yourself and sort of add that subjectivity on top of the trading system. That's where like trading gets fun. The ability to add a little bit of subjective lessons that you've learned on top of your objective trading systems. Also, just like in general, this is a hard strategy to trade right now because of the small cap gauge, right? We're not expecting stocks to break highs and fly right now because the overall market condition doesn't support that. So you're not really expecting this strategy to do very well today. The strategy is not necessarily built for days like today. You know? This is more of a, yellow, green small cap gauge kind of strategy. There's your crush, by the way. Stocks move in repeating patterns. Stocks move in repeating patterns. Rip, crush, rip, crush, rip. Talked about buying this crush, rip, crush. ARTL moving, yep. We know, we're on ARTL as well. Here it goes, back above 9. Trey will never tell you to buy or sell. Nope. It's a big reason why I don't show my trades on camera either, because I don't ever want to get in trouble for copy trading. A lot of content creators have been sued by the FTC for doing stuff like that. Warrior Trading's been sued. Warrior Trading had to spend the $3 million. He got sued by the SEC or FTC, one of those guys. This was years ago. In my limited experience, Fridays aren't great for Momo trading either. Yeah, a lot of people say that. I've never really noticed that to be true necessarily. But a lot of people say they don't trade Fridays, or that Fridays they trade differently because the momentum's just not as good. I don't know if there's any truth to that. I've never personally noticed it, but crush, but also higher high, higher low. Yeah, it is in a very, very volatile uptrend. Yes, you're right. It is uptrending. It's a crazy little volatile trend, but you are right. Oh man. Might be monster time. I'm getting tired. Market open monster. Isn't that that's the tradition that we started last live stream, was drinking a monster at market open. How we doing, chat? You guys up a bunch today? Did anybody take that MNDR trade I talked about? Anyone take it from here while I was discussing it? Hopefully, at least, got the ideas in your head about how stocks tend to repeat themselves. You did? Nice, Ginger. Congrats. Is there another strategy you recommend for a day like today? Barbara, I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't trade on days like today. I'm not trading today. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and pretend like I'm up thousands of dollars or I made a bunch of money on this trade. When the small cap gauge is red, I just don't trade. That's my strategy for shitty markets. But I always caveat this with trading is a means to an end, right? You should be trading according to your goal. I am luckily in a place where I don't have to try to grind shitty days. I can wait. I can wait and only trade the 5 or 6 green weeks a year and be happy with what I made that year because of my account size, because of my income, my job, what I do, etc. I don't need to try to trade every day. I don't need to try to grind out shitty markets. Now, if you have a small account, say you have a $2,000 account that you would like to grow to $25,000 one day, those are insane, rewards that you're seeking. So in order to tackle those insane rewards, you must increase your risk. Unfortunately, that's just how the game goes. There is no such thing as increasing your reward without also increasing your risk. So you are kind of in the boat that, yes, you still need to be trying to grind out these shitty days. So, once again, what is the answer to 90% of trading questions? It depends. But yeah, me personally, I just don't trade. It's hard. I mean, look, trading is already very, very hard. Even on good days, trading is very hard. It is 10 times harder to trade on days like this, where you're not getting stocks just booming and running hundreds of percents. And why is time showing 8:30 in scanner? The time on the scanner is literally just utilizing the time on your computer. So if your scanner is showing 8:30, that's because your computer is set to 8:30. So you have to figure that out. Yeah, literally all I'm doing to pull this time is I'm pulling your computer's time. But don't worry, this happens. You may notice it. Okay, right now they're actually perfectly in sync. But sometimes the Thinkorswim clock gets like ahead of the Microsoft clock. I think that Thinkorswim like reconfigures with the atomic clock much more often than Microsoft does. So like the scanner will look like it's like 5 seconds behind. But don't worry, it's not actually, right? Like you're still getting, the data is still coming through live and in real time. The data doesn't care about this clock. Once again, the clock is just your computer's time. So if you ever notice that like the scanner looks like it's behind, don't worry, it's not. It's not. All your data is still live in real time. This is just your computer's clock. How do you calculate the gauge? It's proprietary. I will not give away exactly how I calculate this gauge because once again, I honestly think it's the most powerful part of my scanner. I honestly think it's the number one reason people should subscribe to the scanner is to have access to this gauge every day. I think people sleep on how useful it is. It's just not at the sexy part, right? The sexy part of the scanner is the audio readouts, the live news, the moving now, like that's the sexy stuff. But this, being able to visualize every single day the current market condition, that's ridiculously powerful. A quick synopsis is it's a measure of the overall strength of the small cap market both today and across some subset of previous days. That's what it's doing. Once again, I won't tell you exactly what the calculation is, but SER, Trey got FU money. I mean, not necessarily, but I have money that I don't need to try to trade, penny stocks on days when penny stocks aren't hot, Oh, that's also true, Kurum. He could have been not watching the stream live. That's true. Because on YouTube live streams, like you can use the progress bar at the bottom to go back, I made about $280 yesterday using your orb strategy. Wow, congrats. On what stock, Alex? Or was it multiple stocks? Congratulations. I gotta sync it. You gotta keep it separated. There's about a 5-second delay between the TV and iPad. Yeah. So the YouTube live stream will always be delayed. YouTube live streams just have latency built into them. I have my live stream set to the lowest latency, but it'll still probably be 3 to 5 second delayed. Yes. So if you do want the literal real-time scanner, even during these live streams, you will have to subscribe. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't make YouTube latency be any smaller than it is currently. Oh, you used it on futures? That's dope. That's dope. Congrats. Yeah, all my codes will also run on futures. They'll run on futures, they'll run on crypto, they'll run on options. All the codes run on anything that you can chart in Thinkorswim. Now, I will say, I build, test, and optimize them around equities. So that's what I am building them around. But feel free to take the codes and test them on other parts of the market as well. See how they work for you. Play some March of the Pigs at the bell. We used to play on Twitch. We used to play the We Ready We ready? We used to do that every morning at market open. That new movie comes out today, Project Hail Mary. I think I'm going to go watch it. People are saying it's good. We haven't had a good movie come out in months. Nothing has hit the scanner in like 15 minutes, by the way. Once again, to be expected on a day when the small cap gauge is red, but I'm moving now is empty, so is my most recent high. Do you have your filter set to something? If you set these filters, I've noticed this, like if you set the filters, it won't in real time change the moving now and most recent high. It will in real time change the top 20 gainers. You notice that, you notice the list moving, but it won't in real time move these. But if you leave the filters long enough, I think what happens is your browser like recaches the page. And when it does that, it then kicks the filters into moving now and most recent high. So like if you have your filter set to something that wouldn't show MNDR and you have it set like that for, you know, once again, it's been 15 minutes now since a new stock has hit the scanner. So if you have it set to that for 15 minutes, I think your, excuse me, I think your page recaches and then it will kick it out. Something cool, by the way, like with the filters, like you can filter by min price and max price and min float and max float. Something cool that I'm doing in the back end, it's showing the top 20 gainers today. But what I'm actually writing to my JSON file in the back end is the top 2,000 gainers. That's why like I can sort to only seeing stocks trading above $76 and I still have 20 of them, right? Because it still has that back end 2,000 stocks to pull from. So that way you can make your filters pretty tight and still have 20 stocks to see that align with those filters. Something cool I'm doing in the back end of the scanner. Thank you for signing up to the scanner. You know who you are. I won't read your email on live stream, obviously. Thank you. If you guys are interested in accessing the scanner, once again, you can do so over on my website, daytradingstrategies.net. It is linked at the top of the description down below. Click on the green button, go decide which plan you want to sign up for. If you sign up for the annual plan, obviously getting 12 months of access to the real-time stock scanner for $33 a month. You can also use discount code STREAM to take 30% off, get you 12 months of access to this real-time stock scanner for less than $280. I think it's like $24 a month or something. 280 divided by 12. Wait, divided by 12. Oh, wait, yeah, that makes sense. $23.33, repeating, of course, a month. Leroy Jenkins. Sorry. What time's market open? 4 minutes, 3.5 minutes to market open, chat. I saw your post yesterday. Like to send my thanks for generosity, helping the community. Oh yeah, the one about how much I spend on live news. Yep. So something big in that is coming, by the way. So I showed this. I've shown this a couple of times on stream, but I haven't talked about this yet. So I just paid this to Benzinga yesterday. I just paid $40,000 to Benzinga to access this live real-time news. Also, $30,000 of that is for something called Squawk. I haven't added it yet. The lady hasn't sent me the API key for it yet. But what that is, if you don't know what Benzinga Squawk is, they have hired a real-life human being to read out news as soon as it is announced. So on my scanner, you are going to have a guy reading news to you. Like when CODX announced this news at 8 a.m., you will have the audio of a guy telling you the ticker and reading out the news. It's super, super powerful. So now you will miss no news. Like you will be alerted live and in real time with both the visual and the audio that, hey, this ticker just got news, so that you can rip over and look at it quickly. Because look, I mean, this thing announced news at 8 o'clock. If you were able to get into this thing fast enough, if you were able to see right at 8 o'clock, oh shit, they announced news, you could have taken advantage of this move. You could have gotten into this move live and in real time. Will it be like Charlie? It is Charlie.
SER.
Yep, it's the same thing, Andrew. That Charlie that you listen to, that is Benzinga Squawk. Yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I will probably be one of the only scanners in the world that has that functionality. One, because of how expensive it is, and two, Benzinga did not want to give me access to this. I had to fight a little bit to get access to share their squawk data. They didn't want to let me do it. SER, okay. Someone in chat earlier was talking about if SER breaks, it's gonna go. It broke, it's pushing up, good call. All right, chat, T-minus 1 minute until market open. Can you drag or drop? No, you can't drag or drop, but you do click to copy. So click on the ticker, it copies it to your clipboard, then you can quickly paste it in. Since I have built a website codes work in Sandbox, right? I can't make it interact with other applications on your computer. I would have to build something like that you download to your computer and able to do that, but I don't really want to do that. I think the copy and paste works good enough. 20 seconds. The scanner is dynamite. Yep. I honestly, like, it sounds biased because it's my scanner. You're not going to find one better than this for this price. You won't find a scanner better than mine for $45 a month. You just won't. Here we go. Markets are open. Watching MNDR. This is our pop and drop stock that we've been talking about all morning. Keep an eye on this. A lot of our top gainers on the day, by the way. I haven't even mentioned this yet, but like 3 of our 4 top gainers, very, very light volume. So something that isn't really that exciting. The top gappers list is not really that exciting. SER is pushing to highs. Okay. Strong open for SER. How do you get the ticker to paste from scanner? So when you click on it, it copies. Any ticker on the scanner, you just click, it copies. Then you can Control V paste. So like I want to see SER because it just hit the scanner. Click, Control V, enter. Or function key V or whatever the hell it is on Apple. I don't use Apple products. I don't know how you paste on Apple. No delay on my phone, but delay on my TV. I've heard that before, SER now hitting the moving now scanner. You can see it's new to the moving now scanner because it wasn't trading heavy volume, but of course it is now out of market open, trading heavy enough volume, as are now a lot of these stocks. You see how that happens? You kind of get like 20 seconds where like not a lot goes on, and then stuff starts popping in. You're like, Trey, why does that happen? Because, fly.
FLY.
Because, once again, the volume requirement to hit the moving now is it must have traded at least 100,000 shares in the last 60 seconds. So the scanner is like waiting. Okay, which stocks are actually going to have meaningful volume? And then it starts showing them to you. Because there's no point in showing really light volume crap. Okay, let me explain what I'm doing here. This is very important. I made a whole video about this yesterday. Right out of market open, the scanner's now going crazy. How do you process this? My eyes are right here. Sorry. My eyes are right here. My eyes are on this volume column on the moving now, and I'm looking for stocks with heavy volume. MSTZ is interesting to me. It's traded 1.8 million shares. This is an interesting move. And look at it. And look at how strong it is. These ones that have traded, 610,000 is not awful this fast out of market open. SATL, there you go. MNDR, 7 million shares. Interesting to me. MNDR, very big mover. There you go. See this, SRRK, 160,000 shares. I won't even go look at this. I won't even go look at that ticker. Way too light a volume. SATL, interesting. MNDR, interesting. Lunar, a new stock, interesting. There you go. LUNR, first time hitting the scanner, pushing up, nice. PL, 5 million shares, interesting. Very interesting move, PL. See, SEDG, 260K, don't care. Don't care about that stock. I'll go look at it just to show you. Like look at the volume on this. Trading 29, 25, 30,000 shares. You don't want to try to trade crap like this. Like whenever you see really, really low volume crap, you're going to see huge spreads.
SATL.
I will click into this and I'll show you. I guarantee you a huge spread. Yeah. The bid is at 50.57. The ask is at 50.71. There's a 25-cent spread on this ticker. That is precisely why you avoid low volume stuff. SATL, heavy volume, continuing to push. Remember, we said SATL was interesting at 760,000 shares at 370. It's now pushed up another 5% to 385. So that's what I'm doing. And obviously, I'm also listening to the audio alerts. So I'm listening to what this is saying while watching the volume here. That's what I'm doing. Also, I normally sort this by last high of day as well. So a very, very cool column.
SATL. AZTR.
I'm going to mute this real quick so I can talk. A very, very cool column on my top 20 gainers is this last high of day. So I will normally sort this ascending top down as well, so that now my top 20 gainers, according to my filters, are sorted by like which are currently the most interesting, which have most recently touched high of day. Right? What volume are you looking for? Anything pertinent. KOS 3 million. Wait, I just copied the, what the heck? I copied the 3 million to the KOS. That was funny. See, KOS 3 million. I like. SIDU 270K. I don't like. You also get a very quick idea, and that's why I put it there. You get a very quick idea. Okay, SIDU has traded 270,000 shares on the day with a 66.5 million share float. It is not going to be an interesting stock. Not going to be interesting to trade. New stocks coming in. IAUX. Keep missing. I keep like missing the copy and paste. Trying to do it too fast. Once again, look at IAUX. Yes, it's traded 1.2 million shares. Immediately, you're like, oh, interesting volume. It has a 850 million share float. It's not going to be that volatile. It's not going to be doing anything that interesting, right? So my first look is here. My first look is at the volume, and then I kind of do a quick peek over to the float as well. It's normally how I handle it. SATL, the Warrior Trading Momo scalp strategy, just got a very nice trade on out of open, by the way. This is how I want to take a moment to explain this. This is how breakout trading works, by the way. You watched this morning this strategy take 3 losing trades on MNKD. It took 3 losing trades, and it was down like $2,500. It's going. That's breakout trading. You're going to lose most of the trades you take. All it takes is one winner like this.
SATL.
In this one winning trade, the strategy made over $6,000. The strategy made in this one winning trade. So you now have 1 winner, 3 losers. Tell someone that's never traded before that you lost 3 trades and you only won once, and they're going to be like, wow, Trey, you're an awful trader. But it's all about risk to reward, right? The strategy is still up. What is that? $4,500 on the day with 1 winner and 3 losers. And once again, that is very, very normal with breakout trading. Breakout trading, you will have a low win rate. You just will. I notice when I trade breakouts, I notice I'm about 35% win rate. Once again, tell someone that has never traded before that you have a 35% win rate, and they're going to go, wow, you're an awful trader. It's all about that risk to reward with breakout trading.
SATL. ARTL. SATL.
SATL and
CURV.
ARTL, I do see both hitting. Is there an app for this? Like a mobile app?
SATL.
No. But what
CURV.
I do, so you can visit the website in Chrome. So I have Google Chrome on my phone. Just visit the website through Chrome. And then in Chrome, in the top right here, you can click these bars. And there's something like add to home screen. So essentially, like, because the scanner does work on mobile, yes. It is fit to work on mobile. You can turn it sideways, like for an iPad or whatever. This is what it would look like. So the scanner does work on mobile, yes. And you can like kind of make a pseudo app through Google Chrome on your mobile device in that way too, yes. FFAI is new, but light volume. What else was hitting? LUNR. Okay. LUNR, pretty interesting.
MNDR.
Not uber crazy. I mean, it's only up 9% on the day. This chart like looks nuts, but it's not that volatile. It's up 9% on the day. MNDR is still going. Oh my God. Bro, look at this stock. What is it doing, chat? What is it doing? It is repeating its pattern. Boom, die, boom, die, boom, die, boom. Even at a market open. Boom, die, boom. Hey guys, what's it probably going to do next? What is the next likely? And when you, and very importantly, we mentioned this, we've actually been talking about it all morning, but very importantly, you also now don't apply the breakout strategy to this stock. You see live and in real time that the stock has this like lack of continuation. So you're not trying to trade continuation on it, right? Like in no way would I have taken either one of these two trades because I can see the history. Like having the floating P&L turned on is very useful because you can see the recent history of the strategy. If I see that the recent history of the strategy sucks, I'm probably not taking the trades. And especially, once again, like we've been able to identify all morning on this ticker, just the repeating pattern that this thing is hitting. Will there be a desktop app?
ARTL.
I don't think so. NXT appoints former Microsoft Senior Director of AI. That sounds like good news. Nice. Not the best volume in the world, but NXT is a penny stock getting a move on some AI news.
ARTL.
ARTL has good volume. Okay.
ARTL.
ARTL pushing. I'll tell you what, this is not like, well, let me phrase it this way. I think a day like today might even be a more important day to have the scanner. Speaking of, thank you to who just signed up. Oh, I see you. You're in chat. You're the person I'm talking to. Thank you, Amazon. Thank you for signing up to the scanner.
ARTL. VHUB.
Your username aligned with your YouTube name. Thanks, buddy. Okay, ARTL pushing. What was I saying? Oh, days like today where like the overall market condition isn't great, like you're not getting the crazy multi-100% runners, is actually probably a day where you need the scanner more, right? Because there's still opportunity. It's not like there's not opportunity on days like
CURV.
this. They're just harder to find. Like you're not getting your insane like gap and goes and that kind of stuff. Like you can't just look at the pre-market gappers list and just watch those stocks all day. You need to be able to find what is live and moving in real time. SMCX, I do see. I will tell you all. I will let you all in on a little secret. I'm not telling you that you need to do this. Of course, once again, just a rule of mine. I do not trade stocks that are red on the day. SMCX is down 53% on the day. Yes, good on the scanner. Yes, it is correct that it is moving now, but it's very, very red on the day. Just trying to recover. I don't trade stocks that are red on the day. Do you use bots for trading or do it manually? No, I still manually enter and exit my own trades. Yeah.
VHUB.
I haven't looked at the Discord like at all this morning, by the way. What's going on in the Discord chat? If you guys haven't noticed the Discord chat in the bottom left there, if you sign up for the annual plan, if you sign up for the 12 months of access to access the scanner, You also get lifetime access to the Discord. You mean red from open? Just red on the day. Any red. So like overnight gappers down, I don't trade. Red out of open, I don't like either. You are right. I don't like that either. Like even if the stock is up, like if the stock is up on the day because of a big gap, but it's red, like if ARTL would have dumped to $7 and then it started bouncing back up to like $7.25, you are right. I wouldn't take that either, even though it might still be green on the day. So both, yeah, both, both from the overnight gap and from the open. Yeah. RKLZ is new to the scanner. Meh. Light volume, choppy, whatever. It is pushing though. Like yes, the scanner is correct, but okay. Hey, I mean the very red stock is getting a really nice push. I mean our scanner first put us on SMCX at like 192. It's up 11% since then. So good on the scanner.
ARTL.
Once again, it's just not for me, but are these the same stock? What am I looking at? What is SMCX and SMCL? This is the same stock. Like this is the same move. Why is it two different tickers?
SATL. MNDR.
They're SMCI ETFs. Oh, I see. I got you. Isn't this like semi? Oh, did Micron get hammered or something? Is that what's going on? Didn't Micron get hammered on earnings? Wow. Wait. Huh? Or was that yesterday? Was that 2 days ago that Micron? Okay. So Micron recently got hammered on earnings. Did SMCI just announce earnings too? This is another semiconductor play. MNDR back to highs. Bro, this stock is so funny. Honestly, like bank could have been made on this stock today, just trading the repeating pattern that we've talked about. We talked about it here. At this dip right here, we talked about how the pattern was repeating itself, right? We talked about how this has a history of rip, dip, rip, dip. And then I made this circle here talking about how like this is probably a good buy, and it was. You could have repeated that pattern, rip, dip, repeat, rip, dip, repeat, rip, dip, You predicted the swings. I mean, the stock made it easy, to be fair. I'm not going to sit here and call myself a genius. All I said was the overarching truth that stocks are more likely than not to repeat their patterns. And I'll tell you what, this stock has been a picture perfect example of that all morning. This stock has been repeating its pattern all morning. The CEO tried to take NVIDIA chips to China and got caught.
SATL.
What? That's crazy. Wait, I want to see that news in my own scanner, but it's down a bunch, obviously, so I'm not seeing the ticker. What happened? Supermicro computer shares plunged early Friday after the U.S. government charged a co-founder of the company and two other individuals with involvement in a plan to divert U.S. assembled servers to China in a violation of export control laws. Bro, what? I mean, hell yeah, bro. They were like, "Oh, you're not gonna let us sell our or take our servers to China. We'll just take the parts and build it in China ourselves." That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy news headline. Of course, they're down 25%. Wow. Yeah, simply, yeah. That's wild. I also read a news headline yesterday. I think I tweeted about it. Oh, sorry. My volume controls for my microphone. I think I tweeted about it. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. But this yesterday, it's like one of the craziest headlines I've ever heard. Israel's PM says Iran no longer has the capacity to enrich uranium to make ballistic missiles after 20 days of war. And the market like had a very bullish reaction to that headline. Like, wow, that's one of the crazier bullish headlines I've ever heard for the macro market. Iran ran out of uranium. Let's go. Buy everything, bro. How is the markets doing? Ooh, down another 0.3%. What's the daily look like? I'll tell you what. It's getting interesting. What's our drawdown now from highs? Roughly 6%. Nothing like far from crazy yet. The 6% drawdown is not crazy. 10% is correction territory. Well, it's not, it's literally a correction. So if we get to 10%, we'll be in a market correction. And then you get to 20%, you're in a bear market. I do find that question to be very amusing. People on Twitter, like a lot, I spend a lot of time on stock market Twitter, obviously, it's part of my job. But like whenever like the markets pull back like pretty hard, everyone's like asked the question, like, are we in a bear market? Like, you know, CURV, by the way, Charlie Uniform Romeo Victor, pushing hard. But it's like, you know, bear markets are like literally defined, right? Like a bear market is 20% off of highs. That is a bear market. It's not like an objective opinion question. You know what I mean? You either are or you aren't in a bear market. In XXT, this is the stock we talked about early this morning. I talked about liking this stock early this morning because they have AI news. We had this discussion, I think we had it on the Monday live stream. The importance of understanding and following keywords in news headlines that is currently making stocks move. Right now, that keyword is AI. This little penny stock appoints former Microsoft senior director of AI. That's a big news headline. In the current market conditions, that's a big news headline. It got both AI and a major company like Microsoft. I talked about that when the stock was trading about here. I think we were first alerted on it around here. And it's continuing. Important to pay attention to those kind of things. It's why it's very, very important to have access to real-time news like this from the scanner. Buy everything, bro. Warren Buffett. I mean, at the end of the day, who's smarter, Trey Neal or Warren Buffett? Come on, guys. I'm joking. Which strategy would you recommend to run in association with the scanner? I've built a couple. So the one you're looking at now is the Warrior Trading Momo. It essentially has the exact same rules as stocks appearing on the moving now, right? Like if a stock appears on the moving now, it also likely aligns with the entrance condition of this strategy. I also did that same thing with the moving now strategy. So obviously, according to the name, this is also like basically the same rule set as stocks appearing on the scanner. The moving now has a different exit strategy, of course. The strategies aren't exactly the same. But yeah, those two strategies I have built to
EDSA
pretty specifically align with the scanner, yeah. Whoa, hello? Okay, that makes sense. Very light volume. Be careful here. I bet it's got a bad spread, yes. Bid 912, ask 919. I get asked a lot, you know, Trey, why do you not trade light volume stocks? You know, why do you tell us to avoid light volume stocks? That's why. Very, very bad spreads. You're going to get awful fills trying to trade this thing. Does that mean it's impossible to make money on? No, obviously, of course not. But does that mean it's going to be much harder to make money on? Yes. Yes, it does. White House released AI policy framework. So another cool thing about the squawk that is coming to the scanner, hopefully today, hopefully she gets me my API key today. I actually should check my email. She may have emailed me this morning since I last checked. But when squawk comes to the scanner, once again, the Benzinga live news readouts from a real life human being, he will read stuff like that too. No, she hasn't sent it to me yet. He will read out like macro news like that too. So like when jobless numbers are announced, or when the Fed is talking, or when, you know, any macro news, you'll get all that audio alerted from this scanner as well. The squawk edition is going to be massive. It's going to be huge. I personally avoid these kind of stocks in regular session because of halts. You just mean like low float stuff in general? Yeah, that is, I mean, one of the beauties of trading pre-market and after hours is that there's no volatility halts for sure. ARTL, crazy move. Yeah, this has been a volatile stock that's been hitting our scanner all morning as well, yeah. CURV? I missed the copy. Okay. CURV continuing. We were just talking about this one a second ago as well. Just talking about this one at like 170. This thing hit the scanner, up another 9%. You see what I mean? Like, it's a tough day. It's definitely a tough day, and you don't have like a lot of stocks going crazy at all. I mean, our top gapper is up 85%. If you're like kind of new to small cap trading, that sucks. Like on good small cap days, you'll have 5 or 6 stocks that are up like 200-300%. The top gapper being up 85% sucks, which is why our small cap gauge is in the red. But there's still opportunity, right? The scanner put us on CURV once again right around here, and you've gotten to watch 11% move since then. So like, the scanner will still find stuff for you. It will still find you opportunities. And on top of that, you'll be able to visualize, hey, I understand that the larger market kind of sucks, so maybe you're getting in and out of these trades a little bit faster, etc. You're not expecting right now, right? You're not expecting a stock to ramp up 100% out of nowhere. It's just likely not going to happen. I tried trading a good day on demand. It's way easier. Yeah. Use the time machine functionality of the scanner to go back and find when it's a green day, and then use the on demand on Thinkorswim to go trade that. Yes, it's a lot easier. Because you know, once again, the power, the insane power of the small cap gauge. You know,
WNW.
Not that stocks are definitely going to follow through. That's not what you know. Wow, WNW. But you know they have a higher likelihood chance. So like when you see a stock start popping, you can buy it with much more conviction and with much larger size, and you can hold on to the winner for much longer, you know. This is a aftershock move. Be careful of this. Whenever a stock, this is the daily chart now. Whenever a stock gets a crazy move like this, let me see if I can find it intraday. Yeah, here it is. So 5 days ago, W&W went, I mean, absolutely berserk. You get aftershock moves like this, right? People see the stock moving again. They think, oh my gosh, the W&W is going to do it again. So they chase and chase a little, but these aftershock moves very, very rarely ever turn into anything real. My favorite chart for explaining this is the AMC daily chart. So obviously we all know the story of AMC. A lot of you actually might not have been around for this in 2021, 5 years ago now. Makes me feel old, but AMC, of course, went crazy move up, right? Insane short squeeze. Then it has died since then, but look, die, smaller aftershock, right? Smaller aftershock that doesn't quite reach that peak. Die again, smaller aftershock that doesn't quite reach that peak. Die again, smaller aftershock that doesn't quite reach that peak. You see what I mean? This is a very, very common pattern after a massive move up, which is, once again, what is happening on W&W right now. Not that it's impossible to trade, not that you can't make money on it, you know, but I just, Like to try to show you guys patterns that I have recognized over my 10 years of trading. I'm out of water. Why did I try to drink that? Ooh, let's have my, I didn't have my, we didn't do our market open monster today. I forgot.
WNW.
Let's do our 10 o'clock
NNBR. WNW.
I think this is my last one. I got to go to the store today.
NNBR.
WNW is trying. You ready, chat? Energy drink ASMR. Oh. What programming language for the back end? Python. Python back end and then simple HTML front end. I could have used like React, but I don't know.
WNW.
AI is very, very good at HTML. AI has built like the whole front end of the scanner. I'm very much a believer in using AI for front end coding. Back end coding, it's not quite so good at yet. Like you definitely still have to know what you're doing with the computer back end coding, but front end coding, AI is very good at.
NNBR.
Because front end coding is very plug and play. Like you write HTML code and it looks like this, you know what I mean? It doesn't have all the tie-ins and integrations that the back end has that AI gets confused with. It's decent at back end too. Yeah, I think you succeed much more coding in AI if you know how to code, right? Because you know the right questions to ask it, you know how to tell it. You kind of have to tell it like what to build in like a coding way, you know. You have to tell it to build something in a way that you know the machine is going to listen to. And like AI is not quite to the point yet where you can be like, build me a stock scanner and it can do it. You know what I mean? It can help if you, once again, if you know how to code, so therefore you know the right questions to ask it. But it's coming though. That is, I'll tell you, I'll just let you guys in on my business plan. Why not? That is why I am doing stuff like this, right? That's why I'm spending $40,000 to access live news, because in 6 months, everybody is going to be able to build a scanner. It's just what's going to happen. I'm putting myself ahead of that technological curve by implementing data into my scanner that people building free ones simply won't have.
BDMD.
I'm positioning myself so that my scanner will be the best scanner, even when everybody can build them. You inspired me to code my strategies? Yeah, dude, it's super useful. Having codified trading strategies is what made me a profitable trader. And I give the credit to the ability it gives you to hold on to your trades. Before I had codified trading strategies, I would get in a trade. Entering a trade is really easy, right? Following your entrance condition is the easiest thing in trading. Following your exit condition, very, very hard, because it's a lot of emotions around once you're in a trade and real money starts flowing. It's a lot of emotions. But having codified strategies, just it confirms to you you're still supposed to be in this trade, right? The strategy hasn't exited yet, so you're not supposed to exit. So it removes all those questions from your head. You know that question that enters your head every 10 seconds when you're in a trade? Should I sell? Should I sell? Should I sell? Should I sell? It gets rid of all that noise. It makes your heart like not start racing when you enter a trade, because you know what you're supposed to do. It's not really like on you anymore. It doesn't feel like you're the one making the very, very hard decisions. Of course, you still kind of are because you're the one building the strategies, but it feels like in the moment, you're just, all I have to do now is listen to the strategy, right? I don't have to think. I don't have to be nervous. I don't have to exit too early or miss the, just listen to the strategy. Do what it's telling you to do, I could build a scanner easy. It's getting the data. That's the issue. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Love to code. People are going to see the success of my scanner And you're going to see the marketplace be flooded with scanners kind of like mine, but they won't come close to mine because they won't pay to access the same data that I access. What? I mean, you watch. Over the next 12 months, a lot of scanners sort of like this, people will tweak them obviously, but will start popping up in the marketplace. And they might even sell them cheaper. They might sell them at $25 a month, but their moves are going to be delayed by 15 seconds. Their news, they're either not going to have news or it will be delayed by 5 minutes, They won't have the real-time data that I have. And in day trading, like if you're day trading these low float stocks, 15 seconds might as well be an hour, right? If you're getting alerted on moves 15 seconds after they happen, what's the point? The scanner provides next to no value. We're live. What's up, Duke? You got me for another 27 minutes, my friend. Every Monday and every Friday from 8:30 to 10:30 Eastern. This is my first ever Friday stream. But we'll be doing this if I'm around. I won't be around every single Friday, but if I'm not on vacation or decide to go out on the boat or whatever. My scanner's 4 years old, a lot of updates. You've built your own scanner? Is it a website? Tech, I'm sorry. I did see you say earlier, asked me to review your scanner. I didn't know that you had a scanner like this. I thought you were talking about Thinkorswim or something. If it's a website, I'll look at it, sure. I'm not going to download anything though. I have a pretty solid rule that I don't download things people send me onto my trading machine. That's probably a pretty good rule to follow. How do we add this style showing buy and sell in the chart? That is in Thinkorswim, that is a strategy code. So in Thinkorswim, you can build custom strategies. There's actually existing out of the box strategies as well that you can add to your chart. But yeah, they paint the entrance and exit conditions within live and in real time. And most importantly, the most important part of trading strategies is that they automate the data gathering process of backtesting. If I go to let me go to my workspace for one of my swing trading strategies. This is another custom code available on my website. This is something that I built, these backtest labels. Being able to have the strategy codes allows you to pull this data, right? I don't have to go through and find all 69 nice. Find all 69 trade examples and write them down and do the calculations. Since I have the strategy built, all that happens automatically. That is honestly the best part of strategy codes in Thinkorswim. Obviously the nice sexy part is, and still very useful, being able to see the moves live and in real time. But yeah, the automated data gathering is really nice. What scanner am I using? I am using my scanner, my friend. You can access this scanner by heading to my website, daytradingstrategies.net. It is linked in the description down below. You can access this scanner that I spend $66,000 a year on the data for this scanner for both the live price action and the live news. You can access it for $45 a month or even cheaper with the annual plan. If you sign up for the annual plan, make sure you use discount code STREAM at checkout. Let me know that you bought it from the stream and take yourself 30% off. So a scanner that I spend $66,000 a year on. I'm not exaggerating. That's not an exaggeration. I spend $66,000 a year on this data. You can access for 12 months for less than $280. I don't know. Seems like a good deal to me. Is there a chart news with the scanner? No charts, but yes, news. So if a stock on the scanner has news, you will see this little news icon. You can either hover over it to read the headline or click into it to read the whole news article. and obviously the time it came out. And I haven't mentioned this yet, but you can click into this header here, and in a new tab, it will open up the Benzinga page for that stock. So like you can go see what sector it's in, or learn about its statistics, or see past news or stuff like that. So that's also built into the scanner. Like I mentioned, the scanner is well worth it. I released this scanner January 15th, so it's been 2 months now. Since I've released it, over 2,000 people have signed up to the website. I have maybe received like 4 people that wanted their money back, that like didn't find value in the scanner. So it's a very, very, very high positive review rate. Yeah. Just about everybody has felt like they've got their money's worth out of this scanner. I need to download the rest of the codes. Yeah, go download. So on the website, go to TOS Studies. Like on my website, you can find the page TOS Studies. Here, I'll just show you. On my website, go to TOS Studies. I'm going to give you guys some free codes here if you care. Go to TOS Studies. On this page, there is another search bar. Search for, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to give that away for free, but search for backtest, or just type in back and you'll find the backtest labels study. That is what I showed off here. That is what this is. So download that study and then make sure you have that study turned on. So that is your backtest data study right here. Make sure that's turned on, and then go download every single strategy. Then run those strategies just one at a time. Only turn on one strategy on your chart at a time. If you try to run multiple, it'll break. Even if you use this little eyeball here. This eyeball doesn't work for strategies. Don't ask me why. I didn't build Thinkorswim. But run them all, and then you can start to see the statistics of each strategy. Obviously, look at the kind of stocks that you like to trade with the strategy, etc. But you'll start to then find what strategies work best for you. And then from that, you can even derive further down to like, okay, well, what part of this strategy do I like? Like, because by the way, like when you have my strategy codes, you can click into the scroll icon to see the source code. So like you can see what's going on in the back end of the strategy as well, so that you can start to pull even just parts of my strategies that you like. Like, oh, I really, really like this stop loss. Like maybe you don't like the whole strategy. Maybe the whole strategy doesn't fit your trading system. That's okay. That's what I want you to do, is take the strategies and test them, right? But you like that stop loss idea, so you apply that stop loss to your, you know what I mean? But that's what you do. By the way, if I haven't mentioned it yet, if there wasn't already enough value in the scanner, when you sign up to access the scanner, you also, for free, get access to these 150 plus trading codes. Now, I will say, with the trading codes, you do need to be with Thinkorswim. They are Thinkorswim specific. So that value, there's a ton of added value, but it does only exist for those of you with Charles Schwab. I'll also say this. You can open a Charles Schwab account for free, put no money into it, and then you can download Thinkorswim for free. You don't have to pay for this. There's no fee, nothing. So like, even if you don't currently use Charles Schwab and you don't want to move to Charles Schwab, you can still pretty easily access Thinkorswim. Just create an account with Charles Schwab and then download Thinkorswim. That's all you have to do. So you can still get the value of the codes. It's been 12 minutes and nothing else is at the scanner. That's very surprising. Well, is it very surprising? The small cap gauge is deep in the red, so I guess maybe it isn't uber surprising. If you're using Thinkorswim, you can easily see the value. CURV never showed up in my Thinkorswim. Yeah. Well, that's going to be true for like every brokerage. Every brokerage will have their own like scan functionality, but they're not real time, right? Like I can scan for stuff in Thinkorswim too, but these results do not update live and in real time. These results update every roughly 3 minutes. And that's going to be true for like every brokerage scanner's capability. You're not going to get a scanner like this. You won't get, I promise you, you will not get a scanner like this for free anywhere. It just won't happen because I spend $66,000 a year on this scanner. Who the hell would spend that kind of money and then give it away for free? Nobody. They can't afford to, right? No one's going to do that. Can you find free scanners? Yes, you can find free scanners, but they just aren't good. They just aren't good. You know, if you want actual live data, you just have to pay for it. I mean, play the game. You know what I mean? You're not going to get premium tools for free. I mean, that's true in anything, right? That's true in any facet of life. I'm a very, very big believer in like paying for things that both make you better at stuff and save you time. I think a lot of, well, never mind. I'm not even going to get into that conversation. I can't get into that conversation because it sounds way too self-fulfilling, because obviously I sell one of those things. So when I start talking about it, I understand how it sounds super self-fulfilling. ANNA, ripping. Alpha November Alpha. Is FinViz every 3 minutes? I'm not sure. I've never used FinViz scanner. I would assume it's not real time. Yeah. Once again, you're not going to access real-time data like this for free anywhere, because real-time data like this costs a lot of money. ANNA, biggest volume bar of the day by far, pushing. Alpha November Alpha. I predict BURU hitting the scanner around 10:30. We'll see. Scanner is simple but powerful. If you like the news, it's great. I love it. Yeah, man, dude, wait until I add squawk. Hopefully this weekend. Well, it should definitely be this weekend. She should definitely get back to me with my squawk API key this weekend. Or at least, it might not even be a different key, but I need the documentation to know what to reference. So she should at least get back to me with the documentation, and I'll add it this weekend. Because squawk is going to be dumb powerful. Where does the data come from? Price action comes from Massive, and news comes from Benzinga. So this is what I pay Benzinga. Here, I'll show you. Massive pricing. Polygon is now Massive. Yeah, they used to be called Polygon. This is where my live stock data comes from. If you wanted to get it, obviously I have to pay the business pricing because I'm a business sharing it to you. But even if you just wanted to buy it yourself, if you literally just wanted to buy this data for yourself, their advanced is the only one that comes with real-time data. So you'd have to spend $200 a month just to access the raw data that I'm using. That's not even, like that won't even be a scanner. Like if you pay for this, you won't have a scanner. You'll just have the data. You still have to build the scanner yourself, right? And then if you wanted to pay, here, let's find Benzinga as well. Benzinga pricing. Then if you wanted the news that I offer as well, considering that I'm also about, wait, what? Why did I go back to Massive? What's going on? Here, if you wanted the same news that I offer as well, you would have to sign up for, well, I don't think you need this essential. I'm not sure what essential is, but if you wanted the news that I offer, you would have to sign up for this streamlined. So it's another $150 a month. So just to access the data that I'm using for yourself, if you wanted to, it would cost you $347 a month. And then you'd still have to build a scanner. That's just the data. And I'm giving you an already built scanner for $45 a month. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. That's just... Just wondering why it's $60K. It's way more expensive to be able to distribute the data, right? I have to buy business licenses. I have to buy licenses that allow me to share this data with you all, right? So I have to pay the very expensive prices, but that's why I'm able to offer it at you all for a cheaper price than they are. Once again, that's the beauty of capitalism, right? That's capitalism done like the right way. I pay a lot of money, but I'm able to do that because so many of you are signed up, right? Like, you all create the revenue for the business. I use the revenue from the business to make the tool better, right? It's give and take, you know? You all pay me. I use what you pay me to make your product better. That's how it should be. Is that how most businesses go nowadays? No, but that's how it should be. FinViz Elite is every 10 seconds. What do you pay for FinViz Elite? Is that like $15 a month? All they say is start their trial. It doesn't tell you what it costs. $40 a month? FinViz Elite costs $40 a month and their scanner is 10 seconds delayed. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. For $5 more a month, you can get 0 delay. Is that worth $5 more a month to you? It should be. It should be. I do understand that FinViz offers a slightly different product. FinViz offers, you can screen, right? Like they give you a shitload of filters that you can screen by. So it's a slightly different use case. It's not so much for like day trading stocks like this is. So I do understand that. But still, $40 a month for 10-second delayed data is crazy. Oh, like popping all my wrists. I don't know. That's like 3 chicken strips. Listen, I'll say something that might sound rude, but like if you're shopping your premium tools, not even just for trading, just for like life. If you're shopping your premium tools based on price, like you've got the wrong idea of premium tools. Like price should be one of the last considerations, unless it's like ridiculous, right? Like unless it's 10 times more expensive, then price is probably a consideration. But if the prices are pretty close, it should be one of the last considerations for what you decide to buy. You should be buying what's best, you know. I tried a lot of scanners and Trace is the best. It updates every 200 nanoseconds, I think. Microseconds, but yeah, close enough. I don't think most scanners come close to a speed. Yep. Once again, you'll find a lot of scanners out there on the marketplace, but 99% of them are using free stock data, which provides you with 15-second delayed moves. And once again, in day trading, 15 seconds may as well be an hour, you know. You were alerted on ANNA as soon as it broke this high here at like 503. You were alerted on ANNA. Got a nice immediate 5% move up. If you were 15 seconds behind, you wouldn't have known about it until like 511, 513, you know what I mean? You wouldn't have known about it until it already kind of finished that move. Try my scanner and compare. What is it? What you have to send me a website. If it's not a website, I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to like download or import or any of that kind of stuff into my machine. ANNA continuing. Very nice. This stock is grinding very nicely up. What have we been talking about all morning? Been talking about stocks repeat patterns, right? One of the patterns that I mentioned is slow grind. That is what ANNA is doing. Slow grinding its way up. And it's just continuing to do so. Question, is a good market to day trade Momo stocks? Well, once again, that is what I believe to be the most powerful part of my scanner, is this visualization of the market condition. So that you know, hey, is the market likely to be hot today or is it likely to not? You can see that with the proprietary small cap gauge that is only available on my scanner. This is not like something that I'm pulling from somewhere else or anything like that. It's a calculation that I came up with. You're not going to find this anywhere else. I pay $100 for alpaca market feed. Alpaca, what's that? Alpaca market API. Are they good? Is it like real time, Eric? I've always heard, like, years ago, I actually used to talk to a guy. He was on Twitch, that he was like building like algorithmic stuff. Way smarter than me. And he always used like Massive and well, it used to be called Polygon, but he always used Polygon for his real-time stock data. He was pretty adamant that they were the best. I've never heard of Alpaca. I'm not saying they're not just as good. I mean, they might be just as good. I've always heard that Polygon was the best, so that's why I went with them. What's your stop strategy like when using Thinkorswim? I mean, I have 100 different strategies. I've got a lot of different strategies, my friend. But my favorite is breakout strategies like this. Breakout strategies like this are the way that I normally trade. It's just the way that I see the market best. I'm not saying it's the best way to trade or it's how you need to trade. Everybody sees the market a little differently, right? I like trading in this style. The major negative of this style, I tend to average about a 35% win rate. I lose most trades I take. I do. But when I win much bigger than I lose. So my risk reward is huge. I trade at like a 4 or 5 to 1 risk reward on average. So short answer to your, or long answer to your short question, my stop losses are very, very quick. You'll notice on this strategy, pops, and then as soon as you get a red candle, like as soon as it pulls back, I'm out of the trade. Now, in this example, that sucked, right? I like bought the high, sold the low right before it ripped again. But a shit like that's gonna happen. If you can't be comfortable with things like this happening, like you need to learn to get to that place. Because this is just, yes, this trade sucks. Like this is a very disappointing trade, but it's just trading, man. Like it's just gonna happen. There's nothing you can do about it. What you cannot allow to happen is a trade like that to happen, and then the next time that you trade, the next trade you take, you don't listen to your stop loss. That is what gets beginners in so much trouble, because this will happen to a beginner trader. And then the next trade, like they're gonna enter in another trade and it's gonna pull back just like this, but they're not gonna stop out like they're supposed to. They're gonna hold because it's like, oh, last time the stock bounced. Well, okay, yes, last time the stock bounced, but you have built and proven a strategy to be profitable over time. You need to listen to it, because most of the time when you get this setup, the stock doesn't bounce. So the next time the stock won't bounce, and then they won't sell until like all the way down here at 480, and they'll get destroyed in that trade, you know? So just stick to your strategy. And I'll tell you what, something else that makes me really mad too. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe makes me really mad is not the right way to put it, but beginner traders will have taken this trade and then they will have ignored their stop loss. Like they won't get out where they're supposed to because they'll hold, and then they'll be up, and like they'll have made money now. Maybe they sold here and made 6%, whatever, and they'll be like, yay, happy, slapping themselves on the back. That's a bad trade. Anytime, let me word it like this. Green does not equal good. Red does not equal bad. A good trade is when you listen to your strategy. A bad trade is when you don't listen to your strategy. That's it. If you are trading a strategy that you have proven to be profitable. That is, of course, the very important first step, because if you're just randomly trading a strategy, then who the hell cares if you follow it? But if you prove a strategy to be profitable over time, following it good, not following it bad. I don't care if you make or lose money. Who gives a shit about this trade, right? Your next trade, your next individual trade is random, completely random. You have no idea whether you're going to win or lose it. The idea of statistical edges is that you can begin to predict what your statistics are going to look like after your next 1,000 trades, right? That's statistics.
LNAI.
Like, do you think the casino cares if I put $20 on the pass line and a 7 comes and they have to pay me? You think they care? No, because they know if I stay there and keep playing craps that eventually they're going to get my money. They don't care about every single outcome, right? Individual outcomes are random. Large outcomes is where you begin to bake in your edge, right? Anyway, that was a fun rant. Did you guys like that one? So why did you not get back in? Why did the strategy not get back in? I assume Oh, right. This strategy requires I forgot. I'm looking at my moving now strategy. This strategy requires both the price to be at local highs and the volume to be at local highs. So none of these candles that closed above the high here also did it on local high volume. This candle did get local high volume, but it didn't close above this candle. You see it just entered. Well, actually it's about to enter. It buys the close of this candle, right? Because you just got price action breakout and you got volume breakout. And then you buy the close of the next candle. So you'll notice it's not actually in yet. It's going to buy the close of this candle. Excuse me. Good rant. Let's go. You put a specific value on your stop? No. Well, very rarely. What is the stop loss of the strategy? I honestly don't remember this strategy. I built this strategy not that long ago. Stop loss. Oh, this strategy sells if it's not the buy condition is how this strategy sells. See, it's going to sell. It's going to sell the close of this next candle because this candle did not meet the buy condition, right? This candle was not a candle that broke into new highs on heavy volume. So it's going to sell the close of the next candle. Green, red, whatever, it's going to sell the close of this candle. And that kind of works to be either profit or stop loss, right? So essentially, it looks for price action and volume breakouts, and then it holds if that continues happening. If it doesn't continue happening, it sells. But once again, that is just this strategy. This is very far from the only strategy I trade. If I can give another short yap, I'm a very, very, very big believer in trading multiple different strategies, and specifically multiple different strategy types. Because every strategy type has a major pitfall. Once again, the major pitfall of breakout trading is you're going to have a very low win rate. I win about 35% of my trades with strategies like this. So I offset that by also trading some reversal strategies. You can see this in my swing trading. My swing trading strategies have a much higher win percentage, 86% win rate, but worse risk to reward because it's getting out of the trades much quicker, right? It's scaling into positions and getting out of the trades much quicker. Now, the major pitfall of reversal trading is sometimes you get hammered, right? Sometimes you get into these trades and get hammered. So once again, every strategy type has a major pitfall. I think this is one of my favorite quotes, kind of something that I came up with myself, but the only reason that you're allowed to make money in the stock market is because you take on risk, right? The only reason a strategy can be profitable is because it has massive risk. That's it. If your strategy had no risk, you wouldn't make any money because everyone would just do it and the edge would be gone. So once again, you offset that by trading multiple different strategy types. That helps your P&L be more consistently up and to the right, avoiding those, like, once again, major drawdowns of one specific strategy type. Can you look at ARTL today? Yep. We saw this one in pre-market. This one went nuts while we were live in pre-market. We were alerted on this thing at about 8:40 or whatever. It's chilling. Hasn't really done anything exciting since pre-market. I mean, market open, whatever, 10 a.m., 9:45 a.m. Thanks for the great live chat. Got to run. Yeah, guys, I'm actually going to head off too. It is past 10:30. Remember, if you guys want access to this real-time stock scanner, do so by heading on over to daytradingstrategies.net. Use discount code STREAM when you check out. So you get access to a scanner that I spend $66,000 a year on for $45 a month. Perfect time to do it, by the way. I don't even know if I've mentioned this yet, but you can click into this top left box here and you get a time machine. So you can go back to any past date, any past time, and you can load in what the scanner looked like at that date and time. This allows you to practice your trading 24/7. So it's Friday. Today's a perfect day to get signed up. Use the time machine all weekend, right? Use this functionality to practice and go back and look at, like, okay, how did these stocks move on this day? What kind of news did these stocks have on this day? And how did the stocks react to them? So you can start to learn how stocks react to news, etc. Do that all weekend. You'll be a better trader come Monday. There's just no way you can't become better by giving yourself practice like this. Once again, I haven't even mentioned that yet, but on top of all the other amazing functionality of this scanner, you also get that market replay tool. All right, guys, happy Friday. Enjoy your weekends. I'll be right back. Guys, the next content I make is going to be another live stream. We're right back live and again on Monday morning at 8:30. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you click the bell so you get notified when I go live. Thank you all for hanging out. We were over 200 viewers like all stream today. That's amazing. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. I will see you all. I'll see you all live on Monday.